Hello, Reading AO teachers. This is just a quick walkthrough of how to do Reading AO. The first thing that we do as Reading AO teachers is we go to search and we find an article for us to assign students. Let's say we're interested in the topic of photography. We type in photography and we find a whole slew of articles that we could use having to do with photography. Let's pick this first one. Kodak, the picture isn't clear. Assign this article. You will be able to assign this article to all of your students if you so choose, which I would highly recommend. You can press down Control and highlight them all. And what you will see is that you need to type something in this message. What I recommend typing in this message is something along the lines of, what do you think? Then what's going to happen is you are going to send this to students. And notice that you get this as well. Now if we go to one of the students' inboxes, we will see that that email message was sent. So the topic is Kodak, the picture isn't clear. So what do you think about Kodak might be my question that I would ask this student. This student would then reply to me and would say, I think Kodak is outdated and unnecessary. Do my spell check. Whoa. And then from there, they would send that reply back to me. I would get that reply as the teacher. I might have to search for it a bit. And maybe that would be a good way to engage my students in activating their background knowledge. So if you notice on click to view the article, Kodak, the picture isn't clear. If you click on that, you will be taken to your panel. I recommend on day one that you would encourage your students to do the before reading poll, the article, the activity, and the after reading poll. During the article, encourage your students to do 3 or 4 blue circle questions. They could make a summarize, a generate questions, or a setting the purpose. They could use any of those for a reading strategy. So after they're done with the article, they are going to go on to the activity. Once they are on the activity, encourage them to get at least 75% on their activities for them to count. And then the after reading poll to see if their opinions have changed at all. On day 2, it is very important that you start with the stretch article. I would suggest printing this out and then reading it together as a class so that students have something at their grade level to read. Also, it would be helpful to do the stretch activity. Now, that is the student responsibility on day 1. On day 2, the stretch article and stretch activity. What if my students don't complete what they're supposed to complete on day 1? Have them finish it up on day 2, but make sure that you get to the stretch article and stretch activity. Now, as a teacher, how am I going to make sure that my students are doing what they need to do? Quite simply, click on the admin button, go to student work, and you can check in on any of their lessons. For example, reading connections. If we go to Reading Connections and we want to see how all users are doing, we would be able to see each article that was read, and we'd be able to see the reading connections for each one. For instance, for Anel, we can look at the article exactly how she saw it, exactly the one that she read, to see if she's really understanding setting the purpose. As always, if you have any questions, please stop by and see me or email or call me. I hope that this training has helped you a little bit more to understand Achieve 3000. Thank you very much.